It's Amanda. It's after hours and it's the time when my brain won't shut off. So I start overthinking human behavior. And tonight's topic is a word we use constantly, and it's the word but. And I'm realizing that that one word might be doing more damage than we may think. So I think it's a word that we should all get rid of, the word but. I want to know who invented it and what purpose does it actually serve? Because if you really listen to how we use that word, it's actually really toxic. Let's get into it. Every time we say but, we undo something we just said. It cancels things. It's like the delete key of language. I love you, but I'm proud of myself, but I like my job, but everything before the word but disappears. It's gone. And it undoes everything. There's a magic word though. And. And does the opposite. It connects things. It makes multiple realities true at once because that is the human experience. We are all here on this planet, all living one big life together, but we all have our own personal realities. What is true for me is not true for you. And so this word and makes things exist in this space together all at once and validates things. Removing the word but from your vocabulary with yourself, with other people, replacing it with the word and shifts your mindset in a subtle but powerful way. This was actually first brought up in couples therapy and it made so much sense. If you hear someone say, "Hey, babe, I really appreciate that you helped me with the kids tonight, but I wish you had done bedtime differently." I don't have kids, but it's a great example. That second but lands different. Everything before it, delete. Now all that person hears is criticism, not the appreciation, not the effort, just the invalidation. Even if that person didn't mean to invalidate it, they were trying to show affection, they were trying to show appreciation in a kind way. They were trying to communicate something that could probably make life easier. But using the word, I just did it there. Using the word but, now that other person is defensive and thinking, why do I even bother? Why do I even try? So if you switch that to and, watch what happens. I really appreciate that you helped with the kids tonight. And maybe next time we can try bedtime a little bit different. Now there are two things that are true. We are appreciating that person for helping out tonight, and we are asking for room for improvement while also showing acknowledgement. That's emotional intelligence in one word. Reality is a strange thing. We all live on this planet together simultaneously, except we are all living in our own unique reality. What's true for me isn't true for you, and the word and allows multiple things to be true at once, which is life. And I also started realizing, we don't just do this to other people, we do it to ourselves. That was my second revelation. We do this constantly. I was saying it earlier, I'm proud of myself, but it's really easy to make these tiny, invisible, micro invalidations that pile on all day. And our minds and what we speak and say to ourselves is so powerful. And subconsciously, we carry that but with us all day, right? I really like the work I do, but I'm struggling with boundaries. Now your subconscious doesn't hear that you like your work. It only hears I'm struggling. And so now our minds are focused on the struggle, on the boundaries. We focus more on that because we undid the thing that we also say is true, which is I like my job. And it shifts the tone for the day. And those tiny daily undoings, they compound. They chip away at our confidence, our joy, our gratitude until all we notice is what's wrong. Try saying it with and. I really like the work that I do, and I'm working on creating better boundaries. Boom. Both things are true. You're validating your experience and you're acknowledging growth in an area of improvement. And that's empowerment in real time. That's a mind shift in real time that can make a big impact on somebody's day. I think one of the biggest mind shifts we can make is realizing that multiple things can be true at once. You can love your job and feel burned out. You can be grateful for your relationship and crave deeper connection. You can be healing and still hurting simultaneously. You can be confident and insecure. You can be in a really crappy situation and still make the best of it. Our emotions, our experiences, our growth, they're all and. And when you start speaking that way, you're training your brain to hold this nuance, to be kinder, to be softer, and more honest with yourself. I saw this come up again at a grief workshop that I went to recently when I went to Lady World. Shout out to Lady World. We were processing different forms of grief. This woman, this beautiful, beautiful woman who had lost her husband in a crazy accident, and an unimaginable happened to her. And she said something that completely wrecked me in the best way. She said that this is a fucked up situation and I need to just come out of this hole for my kids. It's a crazy, stupid situation. And I need to come out of this hole for my kids. And I need to show up. She didn't try to sugarcoat it. She didn't say, but. She didn't undo the pain to make it sound better because she's going through something horrific. You need to let these two realities exist. It is horrific, and I'm still going to choose to live. That's what using and really does. It lets everything be true. The love, the loss, the anger, the hope, all of it is true all at once. It even shows up in business and leadership. I was just doing a talk on business training, mentality, growth. When something's changing, like restructure or a new direction or implementation of a new service, people tend to say, I know this change is hard, but it'll be good for us. The but erases the empathy. Instead, I know this change is hard and it's going to lead to something better. Now you're validating how people feel and inspire them and give them hope. That's the kind of language that builds trust and connection and loyalty, whether you're leading a team or you're talking to patients or you're trying to show up better as just a human. Here's what's wild. The more you practice this, the more your mind changes. I've been practicing this for about 3 or 4 months now. Every time you replace a but with and, you're literally rewiring your brain for acceptance instead of resistance. And it is so much easier to move through life without that resistance. We have enough of it. We don't need to get in our own ways here. For expansion instead of defensiveness, you're saying to yourself, everything I feel is valid. Everything I experience is real. I don't have to erase parts of myself to make sense of the world. And when you start living that way, things shift. You stop arguing with yourself. You stop needing everything to be perfect before you allow yourself to be proud. So yeah, try it. Catch yourself when you use that word. Pause and take a breath and replace it with and. See how it changes your energy, how it softens your relationships. with yourself and with other people, see how much more whole you start to feel because you're no longer undoing parts of yourself. The word but keeps you small. The word and keeps you human. No more but. We're and people now.